How expensive does fuel have to get before people take their frustration to the streets? In Kenya, that question got a devastating answer. At least 4 people have been killed and 30 injured amidst nationwide protests over sharply rising fuel prices. Consider it as a transport strike that brought Nairobi to a near standstill. Now, this didn't come from nowhere. Fuel prices in Kenya have been climbing steadily and painfully. In March, a liter cost around $1.37 and then increased to $1.53 per liter in just a month. For most Kenyans who rely on shared minibuses just to get to work, every price adjustment doesn't just affect the fuel pump. It leads to increased transport fares, affects traders, schools, and other domestic bills all at once. And this is what makes this moment particularly significant. Kenyans have been here before and they have fought back. In June 2024, a large youth-led movement protested under the banner of Reject Finance Bill 2024, opposing the passing of the tax bill that proposed an increase in taxes on certain daily necessities and services, including fuel. What started as an online movement spread nationally until the protests turned deadly. Now in 2026, the streets are burning again, this time round for the hiked fuel prices. Kenya, however, is far from the only country feeling this heat. Malawi has the same story unfolding in a different form. This crisis has hit Malawi probably harder than anywhere else in Africa. The country holds a fuel price of $3.83 per liter due to a fuel shortage. Fuel stations are empty and the government insists supplies still exist. However, the long queues at the few open stations tell a different story. Since fuel drives transport, agriculture, manufacturing, and services, any price increase doesn't stay at the pump. It moves through the entire economy, rising the cost of nearly everything. Other countries are not far behind. Zimbabwe is at $2.08 per liter and Rwanda is at $2.01 per liter. The geography changes, the story doesn't. Across Africa, fuel has become the tax that touches everything: food, transport, electricity, and survival. In some countries, the frustration boils behind closed doors. In Kenya, it has now burst into the open at a human cost.